RubyMoon is a fashion and textiles company, and we make swim and activewear from used fishing nets, drift nets. We've got 2 employees, including myself right now, and we've been operating since 2010. So when we started RubyMoon, the term circular economy had not been coined yet. But when I drew the business model on a beer mat, this is how I drew it, with resources and money going round, because we're a social enterprise as well. So when I drew it, it was the money going round and also all the materials going round. So yes, we've had a circular model since the get-go really, and we've also coined something called our Circle of Impact, which we've implemented as a way to measure our impact both socially and environmentally, and it's something that we'll use forever, most likely. Really, our journey into circular economy started from the beginning, but when I found out about the circular economy and saw how it matched our values implicitly and everything that we were doing from a social and environmental impact, the circular economy should be embedded in every business right now, because we really need to move forward. Some key challenges are, when we first started, no one understood why we were doing what we were doing, especially in terms of using recycled fish nets. People hadn't yet had the David Attenborough effect. So they didn't know about marine life, the decimation of marine life, not just from overfishing, but also from the capture of over 100,000 marine animals every year that get caught up in the nets and then consequently die. They also didn't know about microplastics in the ocean, so didn't really understand why we needed to get those nets out of the ocean and put them into a new product and create a market for a new product. I think for me, the key success that we've had is being sort of a bit of a pioneer company, in terms of we're a social enterprise and we have really put our impact at the forefront of what we do. The other thing I'm really proud of is now what we're doing in terms of a huge collaboration project with other businesses to try and close the loop on our material end of life. So there is an absolute need for fibre to fibre or garment to garment circular practice, and for us that's been the best thing that's happened to us really, because we're part of a movement now to make circular textiles a reality. For me, after being in this circular textile business now for over 10 years, I would say that we're crying out for legislation. One of the things that we've noticed now is more and more companies and big brands are using to recycled materials, but that's just not enough, and that has been driven by legislation, but that's just not enough. So they need to be forced to adopt the other aspects of the circular economy, the most important being less production and making garments that are valuable, that people will hold on to. So adopting the less is more, focusing on quality and durability, because that's the most important environmental impact that we can make, and that has to be driven by legislation. For other SMEs that are thinking about adopting circular economy practice, I would say just go for it. There are small changes that you can make, whether it's in your materials or your operations, and there's so much advice and help out there right now. The circular economy is really the future of manufacturing and practice, business practice. So there's huge opportunities in the circular economy.